In this video, we will see what is HashSet and how many ways we can able to create HashSet objects and all other properties of HashSet. HashSet is a implementation class for set interface. HashSet represents a set of elements, that is a set of objects. The implemented data structure for HashSet is hash table. The implemented data structure for HashSet is hash table. HashSet internally uses hash map, and that hash map internally uses hash table. So in general we can say the implemented data structure for HashSet is hash table. Duplicate elements are not allowed in HashSet. If you try to add duplicate elements, what it will give? The add method will return false. In interviews also there is a chance they will ask like what will happen if you add a duplicate element, whether it will give any kind of exception or like that they will ask. So if you try to add a duplicate element to the set, it will not give any exception, just the return type of that add method will be false. Elements will be inserted according to the hash code of the elements. So the elements of the hash set will be ordered according to the hash code of the elements. Hash set allows heterogeneous objects, that is hash set can able to store different type of data. Null insertion is possible. This hash set allows only one null value. So these are all the properties of hash set. As we know, every collection class implements serializable and clonable interfaces. In the same way, HashSet class is internally implements serializable and clonable interfaces. Now we will see the constructors of HashSet. Constructors of HashSet provides many ways to create HashSet objects. HashSet h is equals to new HashSet. This is the default constructor or no argument HashSet constructor. By using this constructor, we can able to create an empty HashSet object. We can able to create an empty HashSet object with the default initial capacity is 16 and the default load factor is 0.75. That is, a new empty HashSet object will be created with the capacity is 16. Now the question is, what is this load factor? As we have seen, once the array list object reaches its max capacity, a new array list object will be created. That is, once we create an array list object with the default capacity is 10, once it reaches max capacity, that is once it fills the complete capacity, then only new object will be created, then only new array list object will be created, so that we can able to add the another element, that is the 11th element. In the same way, HashSet also the new object will be created based on this load factor. So by using this constructor, we can able to create an empty HashSet with the default capacity is 16 and the default load factor is 0.75. That is, once the HashSet reaches its 75% capacity, then the new object will be created. So this load factor will decides when the new HashSet object needs to be created. The next constructor is HashSet h is equals to new HashSet of int initial capacity. By using this constructor, we can able to create an empty HashSet object with the specified initial capacity, and here also the default load factor will be 0.75. If we know how much elements or how much capacity is needed, so whenever we are creating an HashSet object, that time itself we can able to provide that initial capacity, and here also the load factor is 0.75. That is, once it is reaches 75%, then the new object will be created. And the next constructor is HashSet h is equals to new HashSet of initial capacity comma load factor. So by using this constructor, we can able to create an empty HashSet object with a specified initial capacity and also specified load factor. So the new HashSet object will be created with whatever the initial capacity we are provided, and also the load factor will be whatever the value we have given. So the load factor decides when the new object needs to be created. And the next constructor is HashSet h is equals to new HashSet of collection. This constructor creates a new set containing the elements in the specified collection with default load factor is 0.75 and the initial capacity sufficient to the contain the elements in the specified collection. So a new HashSet object will be created with the size is whatever the collection existing collection, whatever the collection we are provided, and here also the load factor will be 0.75. So these four constructors are common to all hashing technology related classes. If you see in this example, we have created a HashSet object and we are storing string, boolean, integer data, float and character. So HashSet allows heterogeneous data, and once you print this HashSet object, the objects are ordered not in the insertion order. They are following based on the hash code, their elements are ordered. And if you try to add duplicate elements, this add method is returning false. So once you try to add duplicate elements to the hash set, it will not allow. HashSet is not having its own implementation methods. Whatever the methods are applicable for set interface, all methods are applicable for HashSet also. The time complexity for add method, remove method and contains method takes order of one time. So if you want to perform any operations on HashSet, all operations like adding an element, removing an element, contains method, all it will take the constant time, that is order of one time. So this is all about this video. Thanks for watching.